Okay, I think I'm ready to rock and roll. The Skidonic. Put my headset on. Oh yeah, it's gamer time. Sounds like blue acolyte's working. Go ahead. There we go. Easy stuff, professional streamer. All of my stuff working almost immediately. And there's my stream. This is going too well. This stream machine has been really well oiled, really lubricated. Nothing has gone wrong so far. That's not how this typically goes. Welcome to the stream, anyone. Today we're going to be doing the Return to Drangleic event, which means I'm going to be helping out a bunch of hosts. I'm going to be helping out hosts running the early game, probably. Just, you know, gamer things. If any of you haven't already watched it, I put up a really short 4-hour video today, and I think I've uploaded Dark Souls 2 thing like 2 days ago. So, just gonna throw that out there, I guess. Now, my fucking phone takes longer than like a lunar shuttle to warm up. So, I gotta wait just a second. I gotta send a link to my Discord server. My phone, like, will superheat in my hand if I start doing too much on it. Let's see. Streaming shit. Post a link. Boom, baby. We're in business. Well, maybe. Maybe my archaic phone. I think I have an easier time trying to operate my stream on one of the bricks from the 90s. Yeah. Welcome to depression session 2. Now, I'm gonna hop onto my, like, PvP character really quickly just to show all of you something. The chair is being really, really hard to get along with. This is gonna be a little bit of a sneak peek at tomorrow's video. Head back to Majula so I don't get invaded by Bloodfart 55. Let's go ahead and negate that. Hey everyone. Who all has shown up so far tonight? Punk, Smoke, Turtle, Liquid, Chris, Alan, Alex, Dicadus, Strider, and Isaac, Tyler, Augusto. Now we're only going to be looking at the PvP character because I want all of you to see what is in the video. What's going to be in the video tomorrow. So someone told me on my last video in the comments section, I asked everyone like what they wanted to see me use, and I got some pretty good suggestions. I got people saying stuff like power stance smelter demon swords, power stance mundane broken ladles. Someone said, you know, a different game. Yes, my favorite build is a different game. Double spotted poison whips. There were some really good suggestions. But one that stuck out to me was a guy that told me he wanted me to use the most quote-unquote broken build in the game, and that's a build that's centered around breaking other people's gear. And so I decided I would go along with that because I thought that could be a really catchy title. The most, like, in quotations, broken build in DS2. And so what I've got going on right here is I've got Acid Surge, which is just a big fart right here. Just, you know. I have Corrosive Urns. And for the good old-fashioned way of breaking people's gear, I hit them with this Ivory King sword. And that's pretty much what I did before I went to work today. I spent the majority of my morning invading people in each of the DLCs with this build. And, it's nasty. It's dirt nasty. There was this one poor guy in the Fire DLC who made the mistake of trying to backstab an enemy while I was near him. He ate one of these, and he ate one of these. And I think I broke his third dragon ring like that. I saw his health bar go down. And then he got hit with one of these bad boys. I heard something else break. There was also a mage who had like 2 or 3 different times stuff broke on him. And it's nasty. It's really gross. It's just such a strong, like this other stuff like the acid surge and the corrosive urns are just like a bonus. There's like a little added benefit to the build that makes it easier to break stuff because you don't need it. If you're using the Ivory King Ultra Greatsword, you don't need the other stuff. It's such a strong weapon. Let's see. I'm just looking through here. Sub boxes actually worked. It's because it's Dark Souls 2. This YouTube's like, oh, he's actually doing the Dark Soul. Just gonna use this to anchor my sandy while I slave away at sun brewing for a little longer. Hey, the kiddos. I'm doing. Let me look through here. I feel like you cooked up something sinister for the video. I thought the most OP build, it's not OP, it's not meant to be like, well, it kind of is. I two-shot the Havel monster earlier today because he decided he wanted to try and trade with me. People will be wearing really big, thick armor, and they don't understand that Vingar's stuff is deceptively strong. And I can typically outpoise them wearing this stuff. The gamer sense so strong it manifests through the opponent's computer into their room. They will smell what the skid man is cooking. The hand of fart strong. You got a fart cloud, the piss jars from TF2, and the marshmallow roasting stick. This is absolutely evil. Your vids make me want to hoop on DS2 again. Just gonna get on DS2 and ball. Gonna hoop on it. Yeah, so that's basically what tomorrow's video is gonna be, is me just ruining people's playthroughs by inconveniencing them by 5 minutes, making them come back here and get their stuff repaired. There is a really old video, probably somewhere if you can find it on my channel, of me power stancing Ivory King swords. There's not much more that's just a straight up affront to God and decency than power stancing Ivory King Ultra Great Swords. Hitting someone with 2 of these, 2 of the laser beams, 2 of the swords hitting them, it's awesome. Yeah. So yeah, that's just, I wanted to hop on the PvP mule and show all of you what tomorrow's video is going to be about. Whoever suggested this build to you had something terrible happen to them once the entire world to suffer. Some man stubbed his toe on his little brother's Lego set one too many times and found out that his brother liked Lego. Yeah, that's tomorrow's video. We're not going to be doing that though. I'm not going to be invading with that. Because this is the Return to Drangleic, and I need to cultivate a few people. Like, if I just keep on, like, smashing people into the ground like it's some demented game of whack-a-mole, I'm not gonna have anyone else to kill, so I need to help some of these early game people. We're gonna be helping people as Rasmodius the Vast. But yeah, it's not like the most broken durability damage build of all time, though. I'd say if anything, Dark Souls 3 probably had that before they patched it. There was a time in Dark Souls 3 when you could break everything in someone's inventory in a few seconds. I think Adam Barker made a really good video about it. We're gonna try helping people in Hades first. Cultivate, would you say as a YouTuber you're grooming them? I think it'd be pretty hard to, considering everyone that's getting back. Like, if it's a Return to Drangleic for most of these people, they're probably, like, in their early 30s with some kids. If there was, like, live voice chat in DS, you could probably hear the kids screaming in the background. The 5th Ninja Turtle uses axes. Rasmodius. I look like a radioactive Nigel Thornberry. Or maybe like a hulked out and fucking pin dragon from Sea of Thieves. Oop. Would you look at that? Let's see, can I... I'm using blue acolyte so I can hear if someone's doing some suspect stuff. You'll also hear like a little ping anytime that I get anytime that I get summoned or I connect to someone else's world or I get invaded, you'll hear like a little bloop. Whoa! Starting off strong, I'm the world's best cum shade. I immediately get summoned in, I do a stupid gesture, I whiff an attack. My stratagem, it's unfathomable. There are many things in this world that you might be able to figure out how many fathoms it is. My strategy, not one of them, is unfathomable. There's no count to the number of fathoms it has. Nearly rolling right off the edge. All a part of my plan, merely a small portion of the blueprint that is my master plan. Are we not going to pull the funny lever? Okay. I don't know if this guy's played through this or not. Oh, no, he's not. I'm looking at that fashion. Maybe he already killed it? Like, maybe he was a real man's man. Went and killed the dragon rider. Alright, the head of the gank squad's done. Man, look at that synchronization. It's beautiful. I've seen like swim teams not be that coordinated as those two old knights. It's really cute. If there was voice chat, it'd sound like that Twitch streamer who beat his girlfriend on stream for interrupting while playing Fortnite. Man, I'm really glad that I don't get on Twitch very much. Every time I hear about like something happening, it's like, oh well, Wings of Redemption had sex with his own belly button again. No, that's actually too good. That'd be something I'd be curious as to how he did it. Wasn't there like a Twitch streamer who locked his girlfriend outside during a blizzard for like a donation or something? Like someone donated like, yo dude, wouldn't it be a meme if you locked your girlfriend outside? I'll donate 50 subs if you do. And the guy was like, oh, that seems like a good idea. So he did and she froze to death or something. I don't think that Heide Knight deserved that. That might have been a bit much. Is the host gonna die to the dragon, assuming he goes up to fight Ornstein? This game is terrible. Ooh. What do they think they're doing? Giving this Drake the pedicure without me? I'm offended. I'm offended, let down, betrayed. I like standing right here and watching the drawbridge come down. The first time I played this, I was convinced that was like a way to kill new players, like it was gonna drop halfway across that and smash me. It just seemed like a very From Software thing to have. But they didn't. Kinda let me down there, I won't lie to you. There's the fucking Washington Monument in Majula. I'm kind of like trying to work out the math as to how that... You know, I'm not gonna do it. Like, I'm trying to like figure out the distance. Like, you walk through like 1 or 2 sewer... Like, 2 or 3 like catacombs levels. That's like, they actually like pass through the entire Mediterranean Sea, what are you talking about? Would you look at that? It's my dad. The old Dragon Slayer. If I would ever make my dad like some kind of online profile, I'd give him the old Dragon Slayer as his profile picture. Rest in pepperoni pornstein. Would you look at that? The host survived all the way up through Ornstein too. That's shocking. First attempt too. That's really rare. Usually in like Heide's Tower of Flame, people like moonwalk right off the edge right in front of you. I'm not convinced that people don't do stuff to just spite people that try to help during these events. Like, I have straight up, I've summoned in, seen a guy, watched him wave at me, and then walk this way, and then just fall right off the edge. I don't know how people do it. How much is a fathom? That's a good question. Probably more than you could fathom. The beginning of this game sucks, but it gets better. This game, like most of the other Souls games, is really defined by the DLC. Like, Dark Souls 1 was Dark Souls 1 was really good. At least the first half of it's really, really good, but then the DLC came out and just kicked it up a notch. This game came out, you know, the main part's pretty okay, the DLC's the best part. Dark Souls 2, I think, more than anything else, well, more than any of the other games, is really made by the DLC. Like, you look at anything in base... I can't really think of anything in base game DS2. Snake!
Kept you waiting, huh? Looks like you've been invaded. Time to teach you the basics of CQC combat.
Alright, I got power stance axes, I fear no man. He is almost definitely going to beat the absolute crap out of me. Oh yeah. I'd like him to come fight me down here. Oh yeah. That's a solid weapon for fucking invasions. Spears. It's like rapiers. Oh, he got me. That's a good early game build though. A fire spear and a longsword. That's solid. Going against a fucking bare-ass naked barbarian with power stance axes. If I was using anything that could match up to that, I probably would have whipped his ass. But the funny barbarian build's not really cut out for fucking dank PvP. What does the fucking radioactive Nigel Thornberry look like anyway? That's right. I look like a grape that's been left out in the sun too long, like on the sidewalk. But also given a mustache and a receding hairline. Typical Wings and his shenanigans. That happened, I don't think it was on Twitch, but a Russian did it and then went to prison. Russian streamer in 2020. Great. I have arrived. On Tank's back. Is this Dragon Slayer actually Ornstein? I don't think so. Which it wouldn't matter anyway, because DS3 completely scrapped all the lore that this game, like, tried to set up. And then mostly retconned all the shit, and oh fuck. And then mostly retconned everything from Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 3 is kind of just like Dark Souls the theme park ride. They really didn't put too much thought in making anything consistent. DS3 contradicts both Dark Souls 1 and especially 2. It kind of just ignores Dark Souls 2. It's that dirty little secret. I was really shocked to see Harvest Valley show up in the Ring City DLC. My Dark Souls 2 lore knowledge as far as like the connections to Dark Souls 1's a little rusty though. The old Dragon Slayer, I don't really know if that's, I don't know if it's meant to be Ornstein. I mean, I would think so. I can't imagine there's a whole lot of people running around with armor like that specific, given that he's a Knight of Gwyn. I could be wrong. Oh, come on. Why you bully me? Better sip on this before we get invaded. RAM soft band, I love DS too. I had to get soft band. Like, what were you doing? Oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen a Heide Knight get stun locked for that long. They always break out of it with some like wild attack. If you R1 first, the L1 comes out. It doesn't matter. Against a spear and a longsword build on someone that's prepped for invasions, this silly PvE build, it doesn't matter. Rapiers and spears and most of the pokey weapons in this game don't really have to hit you, but stuff like axes and whatnot, you basically have to be inside them. Anytime I'm on like one of these really low, like silly, like PvE builds, I really don't worry about the PvE. I don't even try. Now, like whenever I have like my actual character readied up, like the mule save, yeah, I'll try. Like I'll actually fight and think about stuff, but at this level I'm not even gonna worry about it. If you notice, most of the people that invade, like at this low level, always use rapiers and spears and stuff because they know people aren't gonna have anything to fight back against that. That's what I do. That's why, like, I used the ice rapier the other day. Ice rapier and stone fist. The ice rapier, not stone, the bone fist. That's right. The ice rapier and the bone fist is such a nasty combo. I think the wombo combo you want to get is, I think it's like L1, L1, R1, R1, and then R2. You'll stun lock them into the first R1, I think, from the rapier. The second one they can roll out of, but they typically don't. And then after they finally realize, like, oh shit, my health bar is gone, you hit them with a fucking laser. That was weird. Undead Rasmodius looks like Nigel Thornberry, the evil yellow Hulk in that one movie had a kid. I was thinking about playing this or DS Remastered before Elden Ring. I'm thinking one. I'd probably go with Dark Souls 1. Just play that offline, enjoy the PvE. This game's like one of those things you have like a yearly trip and you just kind of play it. It'll make you appreciate Elden Ring more, I guess. I only get on this game to fucking get high level PvP where I just kind of like bully hosts with whatever crazy build I've concocted. That's 2 for 2 now, I think. Both of the hosts that I've helped have made it all the way here. Welcome to Dark Souls where lore's made up and the points don't matter. That's basically it. Yeah, time is convoluted. That's like the lazy cop out of so many series. Anytime I see that, like if I'm getting into a series and I see something like time is convoluted, the dimensions, they merge. You know, it's like anything like that, I'm like, okay, so there's no real continuity here. It's just sort of a brawl to end them all. I see. Like, I get it. Which I really don't mind, because a lot of times, like, multiverse type stuff lets creators go absolutely nuts with some of their ideas. I can't... imagine if, like, mad... Well, there are kind of, like, I know... I've seen streamers summon, dragon spirits thinking that they're gonna be friendly. So, yeah, there's kind of, like... There's kind of mad spirits. Oh my god. He's made out of paper mache and sadness. I could already tell this is gonna be really fun. Don't tell me he's gonna try and kill every... Okay. I was gonna say, don't tell me he's gonna try and kill, like, every Heide Knight in the level. I don't know if my spirit can handle that. It's the... Oh, the Honeycomb Scepter Knight's coming down here too. I think it's gonna be fucking... It's gonna be game if this dude hits the host. Oh, he's hitting him with his catalyst. He's a man. What fucking aesthetic has this guy got on this level? Whoa! I saw that delayed attack. You almost gave me the business. That last swing would have done it. Let's see. And hey, Phantom. Sunlight Spear acquired for the first time in my DS2 career. Oh yeah, I remember lightning used to be crazy. I didn't play Dark Souls 2 at launch because I thought it looked like doo-doo. But I remember seeing the memes about lightning when it came out. Why are the knights so mad at me? What did I do? Like, there was a small robed man throwing pubic hair at you that's taking all of your health bar away, and they're mad at me? The barbarian that's just staring. Well, I guess maybe they're jealous of my good looks. He's wanting to go up towards Ornstein. He's got a fucking death wish. Oh, sweet fucking Bippy. Okay, I understand why this is so painful now. This man is fucking... He's doing the challenge run of a lifetime. Well, the good thing about that spell is you can cast it like 150 times before he finally runs out. I don't know why he bothered summoning me. I can't do anything here. I'm like... Alright, we'll take a dip together. I don't know why he summoned me. I'm like a genuine low-level build, I can't help. It's beyond my character's capability. I'm gonna go to Cardinal Tower. I think we've helped out in Hades enough. I'm gonna go into Cardinal Tower. Whew. Since according to DS3, Ornstein went to meet the Nameless King. Let's see. Nameless King kicks my ass every time. To be honest with you, I think Nameless King is probably one of the hardest base game bosses in DS3. I have to, like, in DS3, like, I've fought those bosses so many times, they're really not that difficult for me anymore. So I have to kind of, like, think back with, like, what I thought when I had fresh eyes on that game. I'd say Nameless King, I really never thought the Soul of Cinder was that bad. His stuff is really choreographed. Let me think. I remember the dancer baking my beans. I remember like walking right through Gundyr. Fort wasn't bad. The nesticle tree wasn't bad. Fuck, the deacons definitely weren't that bad. Pontiff wasn't that, not Pontiff, Wolnir wasn't that bad. I'd say Pontiff. Pontiff fucking still beats the crap out of me. Say Pontiff, Nameless King. Pontiff, Nameless King, a lot of people tell me they have trouble with the Twincest princes, but I don't think they're that bad. I think the Xenomorph Knights are fucking tough. I remember those being tougher than the majority of the base game bosses for me. Champion Gundryer with his Shawn Michaels sweet chin music super kick. My favorite boss in the series is Dirty Colossus. I love the big poo pile. Is this like New Game Plus Plus Plus? He's using Dark Orb, right? You're back on Dark Souls? I never stopped doing Dark Souls. I stopped doing DS3, but I'm not done with Dark Souls. That's what this channel is. This is a Dark Souls channel. No one cares about anything else I post. It's just for the Dark Souls gameplay in the background. There will probably always be something DS related on this channel. I've actually decided to stop uploading videos of other games because no one cares about them. I'll stream them. I might upload like some really short highlights like the Centurion video today. But there's not going to be any more long videos about anything but DS. What a pro. Hey Bob Ross. What soul memory? I don't fucking... I'm at that. Yeah, come to think of it, I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill you. I'm not gonna be able to summon anyone here. Or be summoned here. If I'm not mistaken, I think I've already killed everything in this level anyway. I had to make sure I didn't have a fucking static. I think I've killed everything here. Maybe I should try and summon in Hades. Maybe I should run through it. I don't know if I've killed either of the bosses yet. Yeah, I haven't yet. Turtlestein. Alright. Me and Turtlestein. Couple of renegades. Real wild men out here playing Dark Souls 2 on a Wednesday night. Oh, look at us, we're a couple of wild, footloose and fancy free men. Come on, get pumped up with me. Neither of us are hanging out with women tonight. Oh, you know what? Businessman. I like that. Straight to the point. Getting smacked in the face by the first enemy he sees. Demon Prince. I'm not talking about like the DLC, I'm talking base game. If we're talking like tough bosses, I know a bunch of people have a really big issue with Freda. And the Demon Prince, well, anything in the Ring City, I guess, except maybe Half-Light. Gale, I think Gale's one of the best bosses in the entire series. He's like Artorias too. Really fast attack Boogaloo. And all the build up with his story and stuff is also nice. Oh, my fucking someone just like sprinted off into Valhalla. I don't know what that was all about. You know, for the Return to Drangleic, you're supposed to summon as many people as possible. That's like the whole thing. You're supposed to summon co-op and PvP. Encourage player activity, and that guy's like, no. No, I'm not dealing with this. I hope that he was trying to get summoned by his buddy, got summoned by me and didn't realize it wasn't him, until that point. But it stinks. I got dumped. That always stings a little bit. If that's him, I'm summoning him again. I'm not getting left on red. Oh, it's Tank. Tank has been my ally through many fights. I'd much rather fight alongside Tank. Repulsive Man is the secret hardest boss of DS3. Well, the secret hardest bosses of DS3 are of course like Sir Isaac Newton and the dogs. Tank is a man's man, I fought with him. However, he kills the Heide Knights immediately. I don't know like what they ever did to him. Who knows, maybe he's trying to get their gear. I don't think you can pick it up though as a summon. You can only like get life gems and shit. Oop. Ah, come on. Tank is too intrepid for his own good. You get that playfulness right back over here, Tank. I can't lose another one. That's got like the back end of a Buick thrown at me. Oh, he changed the lock on. Tank. Let's go pull this thingamabobber. Thought you were into For Honor more when I saw you streaming it. Nah, I can't really stream For Honor at the moment anyway because oh, that's a long story. There's a lot of lore as to why I can't stream For Honor or really any game very easily right now. Basically, I got a brand new super deluxe shiny ultra Robin modder. Like this really high-end deluxe premium tier thing. Like the real cream of the crop. And the only thing is though, my PC can't handle both running things on that monitor and streaming at the same time. It can do one or the other. Like it can stream on like something lesser like this TV, or it can play games on a good monitor, but not at the same time. So what I've had to do is I still have my really great monitor that I game on normally, but we're streaming on PC. I have to bust down my old TV and hook that bad boy up. That's what I'm streaming on right now, as a matter of fact. I have like this. I mean, it looks really sad. Like if any of you like were to be in the room with me, or if I had like a webcam, this would look really sad. This disheveled Asian dude, like, hunkering down over a mic in my gamer grotto, you know? But I got this TV really close to my face because it's in front of my keyboard, my monitor, and all this stuff. My mic's like, I'm basically eating it. It's not a good scene. And so For Honor 2, I've gotten really used to, like, my new monitor and the refresh rate. The refresh rate making everything super easy. Like I can actually see attacks coming out and parry stuff and make reads. If I go back to my TV, I can't do that. It's like playing For Honor on peer-to-peer. Everything comes out instantly. I cannot see like Orochi or Nobushi lights. I might as well be playing on console. So, you know, that's super fun. I got him. You know we had to bring Masterless Glencore along for the ride, though. No way I could go through this level without him. I'm just gonna sit down here and let him piss off the dragon. I'm actually gonna walk over here because it's actually got like the radius of nuclear fallout, so I'm just gonna stand down here. I got a 39k bandit with negate ring, it's the only way to twink. Uh-oh. I forgot which way the walkway was. No, Glencore! Never mind, Glencore, me! The only time I think I've ever seen that dragon pull off that attack. They killed the crap out of it right after I fell off into the fucking Atlantic Ocean, though. You could do some movie reviews, your humor and commentary would be cool. Let me tell you, if this channel actually ever gets any kind of views, I might consider doing that. I'll make like the moist meter, but like my own version of it. But until this channel takes off and like time I would have to put into reviewing stuff gets repaid, I'm not gonna do it. Oh god. You know what, what's the worst that could happen? Samurai Senpai I would watch movie reviews by Skid. You know, like, it's good to know that 2 people would. That's about how many views they would get, too. I'd get 2. 2 people. 2 singular views. Gale's my favorite boss because of the creation of Skunk Ape that had you guys dying to him because no one could fucking see for how hard they were crying laughing. Yeah, I remember that stream. We came up with the whole Skunk Ape skit. At least the Durgan's dead, I don't have to worry about that. It's not the first time a Dark Souls dragon has fucked me. Me and dragons in Dark Souls just don't get along. They always give me the bad dragon treatment. Every time. I'm not even... Ooh. Yeah, T-Rex arm. Easy. They get so disappointed with your bad builds, they kill themselves. And Tank's just eager to kick ass. Tank was a fucking... He's a really great summon, like whenever I'm also a summon. But my man's like, god, fucking heart of ambition. And I'm just trying to kill like one boss. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit, that's all I'm doing. Like I've been like ace summoned the whole time. I'm just trying to mix up the formula a little bit. I swear though, after I kill these bosses, I'll move on to like No Man's Wharf and I'll let people summon me there. Like each day for the Return to Drangleic, I'll progressively get a little bit farther, letting people summon me in each area. That's gonna be, like the videos, I'm gonna be a PvP doucher. Like in the videos, I'm gonna be the fucking... I'm gonna be the bad guy, killing people with my really, really stupid builds, but during the streams I'll be friendly. Friendly face summoned by day. Rasmodius, Anus Hand at night. Invader Supreme, PvP Guru. They call me Skidonic Tit Dirt, PvP Master. Hello, Dragon Rider. The swing that he has with that halberd, well, just that polearm, reminds me of something that would be in For Honor. I don't know what it is, like, it seems like it would be an unblockable attack. They give the Lobbringer in the rework. They finally realize that he's just like a massive mountain of metal and he could just do whatever he wants. So he starts swinging his polearm around like crazy. Oh yeah, Glencore. Just cleave the guy in two. I'm gonna celebrate with Glencore first. You get a wave. You're not Glencore. Like, yeah, you were good summon, Majora, but you're not Glencore. But then again, who is? Could you dual monitor it? I cannot dual monitor it. Try to like go all the way through here. I hate being summoned for Pursuer just to watch the host hide behind the ballistas. I'm guilty of using the ballistas myself. It's just such a funny cheese watching a Dark Souls boss's health go like that. It never gets old. I really want to get summoned for like a different area though. Like, yeah, Hades Tower Flame is cool and all, but I wouldn't mind going back to the beginning area. I'd like to play DS too, but sadly I cannot use my controller. Let's see. That might be the universe just saving you some fucking cosmic entity has just stepped in and said no. Jeebus himself looked down and said, "Why do you do this to yourself, my child?" and then broke your controller. Snapped over his knee. He knows you'll understand one day. Law Bro needs to have hyper armor on just every attack as if he were Zerg or Shuko or Raider. How do you get the channel to take off? We could all help you. I don't think there's anything any of us can do, it's too small of a channel. Like, there is a really loyal, like, 30 of you that watch whatever, go to my Discord server and all this other stuff, but I don't think there's anything we could do. Plus, I'm just not really that creative at content. Like, it'd be different if I was making some crazy stuff, like if I was, what's that guy, who's the dude that's always the old man? He's been putting out some videos and, like, I don't know, Limit Breakers or something, or like Zuli. Like an actual content creator, people that make like thought-provoking stuff that's good. Yeah, I could see maybe getting some support, rallying behind the channel and the community coming together and be like, look at this guy. Let's put the spotlight on him, but I'm nothing special. I'm just a PvP guy. I just have a funny voice. There's nothing special about it. Have you ever seen, like, you remember in Toy Story how there's like all the Buzz Lightyears lining it up and Buzz has like this realization that he's just one of like millions of copies of himself? That's kind of like the realization you have to have when you're a Dark Souls PvP dude. You look through the list and you see like Oro, Peeve, like fucking Saint Riot, Moose Torrent, Scott Jund, Praise, you know, rest in peace, but Praise. Yeah, you look back at it. Revion, Fighter PL, Lost. I can keep naming them. I could probably keep on for a pretty good while. Yukas. So, I don't think anything's gonna help this channel take off. I think when Elden Ring comes out, we'll probably see an increase in numbers for a little while, but it's not gonna be anything too crazy. It's not gonna be too nuts. We'll probably get up to like, I'd say we might get a few videos up to 10k. Maybe I'll put out like a real banger that's got some like really stupid musical montage, maybe. Maybe we'll get like one like breakout hit video again, like Fat Tories, but I don't see it. Iggy. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna intimidate him. Lure him in for a kiss. And then give him a little tongue. Slip a little tongue in there, he will expect it. I'm shocked that I didn't hear a firebomb being chucked at me. I respect the drip though, he's dressed like a medieval pimp. He's got Maulin stuff on. Anytime I see that someone has murdered the crap out of Maulin, my respect for them goes up slightly. Ever streamed a horror game? I've streamed horror games before. I don't really get... I don't get scared by horror games. If anything, I get annoyed. I just typically end up taking the piss out of a horror game for however long I play it. I think my controller DC'd. That's bad news for Iggy. Alright, where are the ballistae? I am a passenger, and I ride through the city backside. I'm trying to bait the pursuer over here so we could shoot him. He's really not cooperating with me too much. Oop. Almost killed the host. Come on, Iggy. Yep. Iggy's like celebrating with me, but he has no idea how close to death he nearly came. Now I take my leave. I can't believe we got summoned there. And for a pursuer boss battle? And not last giant? That's even more shocking. Alright, summon signs down. Yeah, I remember the last horror game I think I tried to stream was Phasmophobia, and I just ended up getting pissed off. Because you have to like to get some of the ghosts to come out and actually like do anything, and basically you just end up pissing them off. You have to like do some weird thing like find out what their favorite color was, what their favorite flavor of crayon was, stick your thumb on your ass, do like an Indian rain dance, and the ghost's like, oh, I'm provoked now, and you're like, oh, like the ghost is strangling you to death. Oh, it seems it's a poltergeist to it. And then your friends write down the little notepad, and you get out of there, and oh, it's mission accomplished. I think another horror game I played was one by oh, what's the name of them? Puppet Combo, I think is their name. It was a really fun little horror game. It was like a gas station simulator. It was called Night Shift. I played that, and that was actually kind of fun. The gas station simulator part was the horror aspect is a really cheap jump scare that comes at the end of it. I think I actually ended up breaking that. I think I got on top of the gas station, which you're not supposed to do. I just ran around on the top while the serial killer ran around inside the gas station. You can also, if you play that and you know the serial killer's coming, and you open the door, right as he spawns, if you take off sprinting back behind the counter, he can't get to you. And you just end up in like a stalemate. I knew something was coming. Like I could sense something, and so I barely creaked the door open. I saw someone standing in there, so I took off running, and I didn't get killed. On the first time playing Night Shift. You killed the armor merchant or the monster. Shoot the host. Love coming back to early game areas, one-shotting everything. Love how Skid proceeds to do the exact thing people were complaining about just a while ago. I am an agent of spite. If you've ever noticed, like, I will typically do things just to make people angrier despite people, to get a rise out of them. Like years ago, whenever I first got into the DS community, the popular thing, I think it was mostly like just the kind of general opinion about Dark Souls 2 was just like, oh yeah, it's the bad Souls game. And you would have these guys come out of the woodwork that would just like get really, really angry and defensive. And I used to intentionally bait them. Like if I died in DS3, I would be like, ah, well, you know, that wasn't fun, but at least it wasn't Dark Souls 2. But nowadays, it's not like that. If you talk about Dark Souls 2, people just be like, yeah, it's not the greatest, but it's got its merits. And then these guys would come back, no, Dark Souls 2 is absolutely garbage. And I'll like write like a whole essay, like a novella about it. And so nowadays, I don't say anything about Dark Souls 2 in that light. Now I'll say, oh, well, yeah, like, you know, it's DS3, but I could be playing Best Souls 2, just to get a rise out of those people. If I see people in the chat complaining about some playstyle, I'll probably start doing that. I am an ass. I am an ass anus. I am not a good person. Shoot the host. I tried. I launched a Bukkake barrage at him. He dodged all of them. He was incredible. Alright. I'm officially bored of waiting for people at Cardinal Tower. I'm gonna try Hades Tower again. My summon sign has disappeared. Well, that is fucking... that is crazy. Now this would be a good time for Tank's summon sign to be down. This would be a good time for Tanks to be done because I actually want, like, I need to go fight Ornstein. I don't need to, though. I could just go to Old Man's Wharf and try and get people to summon me there. I mean, could any of you in the chat turn down this summon? I don't think so. Irresistible. I make the panties drop like a Lego stopwatch. First I hated DS2, but now it's my favorite. The whole time I was searching for a purpose of plot, later you learn it didn't really matter. DS, it really doesn't matter. You just, like, if anyone ever asks what the point is, you just tell them kill more bosses. You know, like in the story. Like, what's the story, like, you know, what's the story? Like, what's the RPG driven by? Kill more bosses. You know, just tell them that over and over. It's just about killing more bosses. We love you being an ass. I hated DS2 until I learned how adaptability works. I get surprised by how passionate some people get when saying how much DS2 is the worst creation of man. You know, something I've noticed though is whenever they start getting called out about it, like out in public, they tend to start shutting up. Like, what I do nowadays when I make DS2 content, if I see anyone bitch about DS2 particularly hardcore, I will put them in a thumbnail about the video where I'm having fun on the video game that they say is completely booty tier. I don't try to argue with them, I don't try to say anything, I just kind of just put them being an ass out in the public eye. And I don't see them complaining anymore after that. It's crazy. I think a lot of the dudes that do that type of stuff got used to for years people just kind of like going along with, yeah, Dark Souls 2 is bad in every aspect, and nowadays people are like, well, you know, actually, like, I like some of the music, and some of the areas are pretty cool. And this one boss, and they're like, no! No! You can't like that! Agree with me! Echo chamber with me! I don't want to hear someone else's opinion on what they may like about this game, I want to hear my opinion. Recite it back to me. If I don't hear that, I'm gonna get very, very angry. That's why, like, I think I have a screenshot that someone posted. Well, I have a screenshot of a comment someone posted on one of my other DS2 things ready for the next video. I don't even remember what the guy said about it. Nice Zerker cosplay. Thank you. I found a chest with about 18 different bloodstains in front of it. I wonder if it's a mimic. Isn't it a Joker cosplay? You tell me. Like, what iteration of the Joker is this exactly? Because I don't think it's like the Mark Hamill. I don't think it's the Phoenix Joker. I like the, like, intense glare this character's got. Majula music is an absolute bop. I think so too. Sir Alone's theme is really good. And the Ivory Kings. Thumbnails are great. Oh, thank you, Luca. Thank you, baby. Hello, Sir Knight. That was stupid. And even the NPCs get BS'd by the backstab grabs. Seems I've gassed myself. I wish I had the I wish I had the hyper armor that Zerker has in For Honor. I still stand by my claim. I don't think Berserker and For Honor should have so much hyper armor on everything that he does. I love that there's an event going on as recently as I started loving this game. I saw a video pop up the other day that said something like why Dark Souls 2 is trending in 2022. He lives in a soul society. That's a sexy Joker. I'm the Joker, baby. Do you remember that video? Oh, and the beverage tonight is H2O. Some good old Nature's Juice. Some Wawa. Sexy Joker. Invaded some guy and Heide's gesture for me to knock his AFK summon off the ledge. I did so. He waved and then killed himself. This character looks like the angry uncle most people have. Watching back those PK clips I showed you, and I could see the big man calling for help in the chat. Oh, here we go. I saw that video too. Yeah. So funny, wish I had invasions like that. Yeah, I don't want to give away too much about tomorrow's video, but there's some pretty good invasions. There's one where I actually got invaded by a blue spirit, believe it or not. And the guy actually was AFK. Like most people that do the blue covenants in these games, the guy was AFK. And so I saw where he was and I started shooting him with poison arrows, and he realized that he was getting shot after like the third arrow. He panicked and panic rolled right off the edge. He panic rolled to his doom. Great. There's a couple other really good. I typically end up finding like the most outlandish experiences in any game I play. Like if any of you watched the Sin video from earlier today, like who finds people like that besides me? Like why do I have to run to those people? The professional can say. Jeez. I don't know why that made me laugh. Jason Statham. Fucking where's with these names? Shit. It doesn't look anything like Jason Statham. Looks like fucking like Sephiroth or something. This guy I don't even know. Like, I don't think Jason Statham has ever had hair on his head. Like, at any point in his life. We're just gonna edge walk our way out here. That looks like the frozen eats on Dark Souls too. I have like the two most dedicated summons I've ever seen. They're dedicated as satisfaction guaranteed. They're even lighting all the torches for me. I'm feeling pretty pampered right now, not gonna lie to you. Strange feeling. Whoa, it's a Viking. I'm just gonna hardcore ignore him. I'm gonna ghost him. Didn't even get any of his gear. I really hope they don't kill the torch hollow. Oh, don't do it. Don't kill him. 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 Oh. Ah, I killed the torch hollow. Oh, that was torture. I just had to like stand there and watch. They killed the torch hollow. This run's ruined. My nights. I'm done. That's it. I'm not happy anymore. I'm not having a good time. Does he at least have like a corpse? Yeah, he has a corpse for me to mourn. Hold on. I don't have any gestures to like convey my sadness. Absolute bastard. He doesn't even know. This troglodytean, this Neanderthal. This weak piss squirt of a human being doesn't even understand my hurt, my heartbreak. I don't have any time for you, Lucatiel. I just lost a loved one. Make sure that's it for her dialogue. Yep. Absolute waste of DNA helixes. That's what these two are. These aren't men. These are roaches and human skin. They can have souls. Like, there can't be reason behind their movements. There can't be any light behind those eyes. Just puppets. Puppets of some evil marionette master. Cannot believe it. Never been so thoroughly disappointed with two summons in my life. The Dark Souls low-level enemy with the staggered attacks. I am so upset that they killed the Torch Hollow. I don't know if it's like coming through in my words or my commentary, but I am so distraught. I despise when people kill the Torch Hollow. These two are Torch Hollows. What am I talking about? There's jealous. Jealous of all that he was. And rightly so, because they're never gonna live up to it. They stand on his shoulders. They take a shit on the floor of the house he built. Say goodnight, cellar dweller. It's actually what most like Dark Souls 2 enthusiast reaction to light is too, so it's pretty cool to see in the gameplay aspect. I think all the ships around the sphere once belonged to America. They went there and discovered that... Ooh, I hear something trying to attack me. Never mind. Tattered cloth hood. That's really incredible, but it'd be a lot better if there was a torch hollow here to celebrate it with me. Waifu time? Were you talking about a fucking Lucatiel? Who said that? Liddy? I thought Liddy was a man of culture. I thought, like, he said waifu time, he was talking about the torch hollow, but he's not. He's talking about Lucatiel. Like, yeah, Lucatiel's a cool character. Like, I like the whole aspect of her, you know, her going hollow and seeing the process. Yeah, it's a cool character, I'll admit. But for waifu material? No. No, waifu material, that's 100% torch hollow. I'm in there, I didn't kill him. Radcliffe is me, I never killed the torch hollow. You were guilty by association, you should have saved him. The cellar dwellers have been eradicated. Love Lucatiel and DS too. Yeah, Lucatiel's a great character. Oh. Say goodnight, Stoic the Vast. Got thrown into the Boston Harbor. Do I get any of the funny gear? No, I do not. These dudes are big. Like, you never really realize it because they're always like bent over and they're like snarling possum style or whatever it is they fight with. There's some big dudes. I'm guilty of slaying the torch hollow, to take what is his and try on behalf of what he was. I sinned in jealousy. At least you realize that you'll have to spend the rest of your life trying to repent and recant. And even if you are forgiven in my eyes and the rest of the community, the real battle's gonna come from within. Try to come to terms with the fact you killed the torch hollow. By far the best NPC in any Soulsborne level. I'm going to pull Jason Statham's IP and kill him IRL. In the name of the torch hollow. See Warriors. At least Warriors trying to protect his name. At least he knows that someone was wronged. Skid, if I manage to invade you, I will happily kill Jason Statham. Thank you. I would do it myself if I could. Lucatiel's Bay, referring to the torch hollow's wife, who I consider blasphemy since I see him as a god. That's a fair enough reason.
Gavlan wants what you want.
Gavlan will. Gavlan deal.
I don't really think I need any of this, but I'll buy that for the fuck of it. I'll take your entire stock, Gavlan.
Many deal, many thanks.
One of my favorite characters in this game, behind Ben Hart. Look at this guy going nuts. That was crazy impressive. Came out with like the Muay Thai. Came with like the coiled snake squirting vagina style. I did not expect that. Gavlan wheel. Gavlan feel. The last thing you hear before you're seduced by Gavlan. Gavlan wheel. Gavlan wheel. I believe Mr. Radcliffe just caught himself on fire. I don't have a Ferris Lockstone, sadly. Skid, are there any super thick statues in DS2? Let me think, let me like go back to my category, like way back when. I gotta think, let me like, I gotta run it back. I gotta run it back in my mind, like I'm kind of like rewinding every playthrough I've ever done of DS, of DS2 to think. Because most of the Souls games I know immediately, like every thick statue or anything that like even like closely resembles a wiener. But DS2, I don't know right off the top of my head. I feel like there probably is. I have to think about it, I have to get back to like... Maybe on like my character that has every area unlocked, I can look at every area's like thumbnail, and I'll think of it. But you have to give me a minute. I think someone asked me what my soul memory was. There you go. Leave it on screen for just a second. What's the tree got to do with Lucatiel? That's how you get the sword. The Hollow Slayer. I'm fairly certain I'm too stupid to go talk to Merlin, so I'm not even gonna make the attempt.
Good. Good, kill him. Kill him now.
Damn it. I was rooting for that Viking all the way. Justice was nearly served. We better summon her. Just for the guy that, like, has a fucking Lucatiel body pillow at home. We'll bring his waifu in, have her make a cameo. I think my controller's dead. There it is. Thanks for nothing, Lucatiel. I feel more at home here on this pirate ship. Let's see. I actually really like Gavlan. Are there any other NPCs in DS3 that are also a type of enemy? Yeah, I don't think so. Like right off the top of my head, I don't think there are. I gotta think about it for a second. DS3, DS3. Grey rat, I think. I mean, he's technically kind of like a thrall. I'm trying to think if there are any, like, DS3 enemy NPCs. Jason Statham almost bit the dust. You know, I will celebrate with the 2 good summons. Jason Statham, I only wish heartache and sadness upon. I hope he stubs his toe on everything. I hope that man's cereal gets soggier. I hope that man's cereal gets soggier than it should. I'm trying to like think of a proper curse, but I'm actually like, getting sleepy. I'm having a hard time thinking of like a proper hex. I hope his fucking pillow is warm on both sides. Uncomfortably so. As if that someone has massaged it with their ass cheeks just prior to him laying his head down on it. What does Gavilan say? He's about to break into your room. Gavilan real. Gavilan steal. What does Gavilan do when he needs to repent? Gavilan kneel. What's Gavilan's favorite color? Gavilan teal. What does Gavilan do when he gets hurt? Gavilan heal. What is Gavilan's favorite animal? Gavilan seal. These are pretty good. This could be a whole video. What does Gavilan do before eating an orange? Gavilan peel. Never before I've heard greater quote than kill more bosses. We're getting fucking a little crazy now. What is Gavilan when he walks around someone else's world as a ghost? Gavilan ethereal. What does Gavilan want when he sells to his faithful customers? Gavilan appeal. I just killed Vendrick for the first time. What does Gavilan do when he stubs his toe? Gavilan squeal. What does Gavilan buy when he needs some sort of boat? Gavilan keel. Oh. Yeah. Some of those are real bangers. That could be a whole video just about Gavilan. You know, I said those are stupid. I say those are bangers. Those were really dumb, but they made me laugh. So, I can't fault any of you for saying anything. I can't talk shit. Oh, he actually made it through the boxes. What's Gavilan need when he's hungry? A Gavilan meal. I'll have to like make sure I go back through the stream chat after this is over and like write some of those down and make some kind of a video about it. What would I call a video like that anyway? Like you guys have been pretty fucking hot with the dumbass Teflon puns. What should I name a video, like, if I were to do that? What should the title be? Wait. What does Gavlan do when he catches a fish? Gavlan reel. I have to like actually go and listen to Gavlan's voice so I can do a better spot-on impression of him. The meme. No wait. Ah, fuck. I screwed it. You're supposed to get on top of this thing, I think. Gavlan's ideal. What is Gavlan so determined to sell? Gavlan seal. What did Gavlan say when the Torch Hollow died? Gavlan unreal. Musings of a jolly merchant. Gavlan viewed. I don't know if Gavlan's got time to like view any of my shit posts. He seems like a busy man. I'm thinking like an afternoon with Gavlan. Ah, I missed it. I missed it. I'm too sleepy to be trying to like do anything that requires any kind of brain power. Does Gavlan do when he shows off a surprise item to his favorite customer? Gavlan reveal. What does Gavlan do to pursue food for later? Gavlan reseal. Where does Gavlan be with Gavlan? Nah, I think it'd be like, where's Gavlan fear to tread? Reseal. Gavlan. I think we've already had Gavlan steal. Alright. Oh. Got it. That's like really not worth it. But, oh. What does Gavlan do when he's hiding something? Gavlan conceal. That's a threatening look, actually. Like, the way that the Lost Bestie is shaded, like, it makes him look way, way scarier. I've also got, like, this mystery stain on my forehead. Can any of you see that? Like, I don't know if the stream's resolution will let you, but I've got, like, this mystery... There's, like, a mystery yellow spot on my character's forehead. It looks like he had, like, a mustard-covered hot dog laid across his forehead or something. I don't know what that is. I don't recall putting that on him. I don't know what the deep lore is as to radioactive Nigel Thornberry's mustard-stained forehead. I don't know if he just got like a little too jiggy with it at the family barbecue or what. What does Gavlan call his buyback system? Gavlan repeat. At sweat stain. Marvelous jester. Scares me. He's got an axe. There's something about that that's mildly threatening. I feel like I've done enough of the, like, you know, actually going out and doing stuff. I feel like I need to be the summon now. To keep in the spirit of, the Return to Drangleic. I should actually go back to Majula. I should level. I should probably go back to Majula, level up, and get like a bigger axe. I think I've also forgotten to ask, like, I hope all of you are doing well today. How's the chat feeling today? We need to get that vid up. What does Gavlan use when he wants his food to grow fast? Gavlan oatmeal. Oh, and tomorrow will be Bloodborne Thursday, by the way. I look forward to that.
The name and you are? A man ought to labor with his feet planted firmly in the earth, not roam. Oh, what does it matter? Go on equipment. Let me in.
I'll be around if you make it back. That's actually, I should probably like... I should probably see what I want to use. I've been power stancing these axes for a while. That's definitely not going to be it. Or if my man Pots and Pans sells any big axes. He does. The battle axe.
I'll be around.
I'll be around if you make it back. Hey, I think that will do nicely. I want 2 of these.
You would. I'll be around.
I'll be around, make it back. Yeah, power stats him. I gotta get more strong. I think the requirement was like 15 apiece. Yeah, so 15 strength, 5 dex, so that'd be 10 dex, 30 strength. It's not bad. Doable, right? Feeling bummed but getting better. Doing well. I can't remember how you said you're doing, so I hope you're doing well. Skidman's tired, but that's nothing new. I am just perma-tired. Fucking Strider will not stop popping off with the Gavilan puns. The new streaming has improved my night considerably. Oh, fucking you cutie patootie. First day of class this semester started 2 weeks ago. Jesus Christ, Strider. My man will not slow down. I need to remember to use that bone dust. This PC or console? And Lenny's also doing good. This is PC. If any of you remember from way back when, I actually used to play this, and I played this originally on PS4. That's where we, Seek last. That's where we, platinumed the game. I remember it was the last one. I platinumed Dark Souls 1, then Dark Souls 3, then Bloodborne, and then finally DS2. Well, that's absolutely not doable with those souls. All of those put together makes 1 strength point. What's Gavlan say when he gets to the end of the catacombs in DS1? Gavlan Pinwheel. I'm gonna be on antibiotics soon for a sinus infection, a jaw infection from my cheek down to my neck is partially swollen. Gross. I hope the antibiotics help. Will either help or like turn you into like Carnage or something, so that'd be cool. I only platinum Bloodborne, that was mostly by accident. You can kind of trip over the platinum in, you can kind of trip over the platinum in fucking, in Bloodborne. Like, you can get that completely by accident. You're just like, oh wait, there's only one. There's only like one that you don't get it by just playing the game. That's weird. And then you just kind of go. You kind of just go off and get it. We'll have to power stance these when we get our souls from running the Lost Bestie and all this other stuff with some hosts. I got DS2 like 5 months ago, waiting for my friends to play it together with me like they promised, still waiting. I guess time to dust off from my Steam library and see if I can join you instead. Ooh. Ah, that was a big yawn, that hurt. I got a cramp in my jaw. Ew. That sucked. I apologize for the yawning and stuff. I know that some of you are probably watching this trying to like stay awake, like do homework or something. It's like some ASMR in the background. But your boy Chips Ahoy, like I always have busy days. There's never like a day where I'm not doing anything. But I'm getting there. I'm getting kind of sleepy. I'm not gonna end it just yet though. I got some more in me. Back when I very first met Frantic didn't know he didn't know any of the acronyms for anything. Like any online acronym you could think of, he didn't really know it. And so one time we were playing DS3, and I got like really close up to my mic, you know, kind of like this. And he said, "Yo, dude, Dark Souls BDSM." And I think it was me and my old friend Dillaby were in the chat with him. And we knew that he didn't know what he had just said, and we just burst out fucking laughing. He's like, "What, dude? You like whisper talked in your mic?" I was like, "That's not BDSM." Yeah, that was... I like, Frantic, I sometimes forget, like, he and I met each other when we were, like, let's see, how old was I? I think I was, like, 17, so he would have been, like, I guess, 15? I remember like, he used to, like, come at me with, like, if any of you have, like, younger siblings, like, the younger sibling questions, like, "Yo, dude, what's fellatio? What does CBT stand for?" I guess I should probably be a good summon to clear out this guy's whole level for him. I'm just fucking Paul Bunyan out here, baby. With my double blade axe and my hobnail boots, I work in the woods all day. If there's work to be done, don't mess around, just call on help for Paul. Hey, Paul. Paul Bunyan, Paul Bunyan. Let's see. I'll take that life gem. I will humbly accept it. I'm gonna head out, it's been fun. See you, Spirit. Have a good one. No, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Just stop by to say hello. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Nixon. I appreciate you. I believe he just murdered the piss out of the torch hollow. Why? Why do people do it? He's a gentle soul. He wants nothing more than to follow you around and help. And they kill him almost every time. Breaks my heart. Like my cold, crusty, barely beating heart. Like quivers, shakes, and nearly shatters whenever people kill the Torch Hollow. Oh. Well, that works too, I guess. There's more than one way to skin a cat. I mean, this guy's connection is absolutely phenomenal. I think I remember that stream your characters in was a nice retirement in the mansion. Yeah, wasn't it like Vordavog or Gortoglaboth, one of those characters? I've lost track of the host. I found the host. Yeah, my Platinum Run characters had some great names. Gortoglaboth was one of the most solid ones. There was Gortoglaboth, the Vordavog of the Sweaty Synagogue. Some real winners. I'll never end up Platinum in DS, so I don't like attacking people who don't attack me. I think the host saw that sick parkour I did to get down to him. I also don't think he knows where to go. He's absolutely going to shit his fuck when he sees them fucking... when he sees all the nasties. We actually got pretty lucky on that last one. He went to like a berserker rage. If they start like flailing their arms around like that, that means they're about to go X Games mode. That they are angry. Killing the Torch Hollow should max your sin count. You'll never be able to repent. Be right back. I'm gonna beat that host's ass. Instant wretch status. It just breaks my, breaks poor Papa Skid's heart every time someone kills the Torch Hollow. Without fail, they do it though. And I'm reminded why I show so little mercy to hosts. I remember that even though I'm the invader in their world, like they're really invading these. Don't tell me he went. Oh god. Oh sweet lord. I'm just gonna stand here, I'm not gonna move. Actually, I want to see him get his ass beat. If he dies, he dies. Get his ass. You can ring it with a bow. Alright, hold on. What do you know? Let's see. I'm gonna play Dark Souls 2 while I have you playing Dark Souls 2 in the background. Dark Souls 2 maxing. I'm only like 5 achievements from platinuming DS2, they mostly rely on Covenant. So let me tell you something, Ravio. Some of the ones for Dark Souls 2 are an absolute ass kicker, particularly the ones that require you to get all of the hexes and stuff. The hexes, like miracles, sorceries, that type of thing. Those are the ones that are gonna fuck you up. They take a long ass time to get. Because I know most of them have like a stipulation where it's like, well, like I can't remember which one it is, but one of them's like, yeah, either 500 kills in the regular red PvP arena, or go all the way to New Game +2 and talk to Chancellor Welliger. And it's pretty much it's just stuff like that. There are workarounds, but you're gonna have to run to a late New Game, get some of the stuff. It takes a while. You'll get, that's how it is though, you get down to like the final 4 and you think, oh, I'm getting pretty close here. Getting kinda close, I've almost got this, and then bam. The game just sticks 4 fingers in you out of nowhere. Gives you the shocker. I'm being assaulted. Isn't there another one? Maybe he already fought the other one. I somehow doubt it. Don't light up for him, let him pay for his sins by facing the Shadow Beasts alone. Well, look at that, you had the light up through me, who could have done that? The torch hollowed, you murdered in cold blood. That's what I'm saying. There should be like a PSA when you first boot up the game, do not kill the torch hollow in No Man's Wharf. Don't tell me he's trying to hit Gavilan. Oh, I hit him. There he goes, he got it. This host is getting his ass absolutely kicked. I love it. Best host to that. Low tier god, well he is named after a scumbag. I never knew that actually. DS2's deeper than I thought. Could this be considered bow glitching? It's those in the rings. There's workarounds except for like one pyromancy, which is only for max covenant. Yeah, just, it takes a minute. Like, if you have a whole lot of time on your hands and you're dedicated enough, maybe not, but I remember it took me a while. That's probably the coolest backstab animation in the entire Soul series, and it didn't get reused. You pick the fuckers up on your polearm and slam them into the ground. Why'd that not come back? That's such a cool animation that they didn't reuse. And that makes me flaccid. That guy just quick scoped me with the bow. Damn it. Oh. I think we killed everything. Don't feel like hooking up controller. Don't feel like hooking up controller. Time to play keyboard. Gavilin's gonna have a lot to say about that. Gavilin's spiel. I was wrong, it's just new game plus 3 instead of 2 like the rest. There you go. It's really just a time commitment. And of course running new game plus 3, some of the enemies can hurt and such, but I will say this much, Dark Souls 2 by far and away took me the longest to platinum out of any of them. Bloodborne was probably the easiest. Dark Souls 1, nah. The easiest was Bloodborne, and right behind Bloodborne was DS3, then DS1, then DS2. I never platinumed Sekiro. I don't plan on doing it. Sekiro. Shadows of Die Twice. Can I kick this for him? No. Come, buddy. Kick this. Come here. Come here. It's like trying to communicate with Neanderthals. Like having to go back in time and try to convey stuff to early man. This Cro-Magnon, Troglodytean, Neanderthal. The missing link is my host. Gotta go. I'll see you, Lenny. Thanks for stopping by. Like I said, oh, fucking Mumra just almost took my head off. I apologize for being sleepy. It's typically how it goes on work nights though when I stream even a little bit late. You know, 23 years old, it's getting pretty up there now. You know, I'm pretty ancient to be a gamer. Ring of Thorns +2. You might be right, the only other rough one would be the Covenant of Champions ring. Alright. Assuming neither of us dies horribly, we might be able to do this. Ooh. Calm down there, Shigoki. Oh, Jesus. The Argonians just put the work on the host. I don't think I've ever seen them land that grab attack on anyone before. I gotta say, that fucking that boss had it out for this dude. I'm gonna give him a friendly wave, even though he's an absolute fucking, just like low down bottom of the barrel nasty human being. Old man gamer. You're only 23. You're only 23, got a lot more living to do. It's not the years, it's the mileage. I've done more at 23 than most people will do in a lifetime. That's not me bragging, I have. Stuff's calmed down these past couple of years because of COVID, but phew. I'm gonna be like one of those old dudes that has like if I actually manage to like make it to be old, which I don't see happening, I can't imagine I'm gonna make it that far. But like if I were to actually get to be an old man, I'd be one of those ones that like if I were to write an autobiography, or if a biography was written about me, it'd have to be like fucking Lord of the Rings length. Yeah, I'm 23. I was born May 2nd of 1998 in the early wee hours of the morning. Worst beat the game without dying. I only got the one for no bonfires. Dude, Ravio's going for all the challenge runs. I respect it. Go back to Majula. Skid, that doesn't surprise me because you have the work ethic of a fucking Tolkien dwarf. I've just gotten wrapped up into a lot of crazy stuff. Between all like the truck driving stuff, construction stuff, the living out of the country and falling in love with another person from another country, this online crap and all the places it's taken me. It's been nuts. I'm not gonna go on like a giant rant about all the fucking weirdness that's been Skid's lifetime. My timeline, like my little like story, if I were to tell it, it's like all over the place. Lucas says, Jesus, I feel old now. Now Luca, you're just like ancient history. Like I might be old at 23, you're ancient history. Everyone thinks I'm like 30 or like in my 30s, maybe 40. No one expects me to be like in my early 20s. You should have seen back when I very first started this channel, and people were shocked to find out that I was like I was 17. If any of you started watching me when I first started, or you've been watching me for a couple of years, you've seen me go from like being like just barely graduating high school now. I raced a friend for the nose bonfire when we went very different routes for it. I went glass cannon while he went tank. Regale us with some drunken tales. Everyone thinks you're. I know everyone thinks I'm like Max's age. It absolutely shocks people. Like there's someone I've been gaming with named Uncle Draza. I think he's in his 30s, or at least like late 20s, early 30s, something like that. And so they start gaming with me and they talk to me and they're like blown away because they like start talking about stuff like, yeah, these like 20-something-year-olds now. And I'm like, yeah, I'm 23. Like, what? I thought you were one of us. I thought you were a geezer like Luca. Regale us with some drunken tales, but just like a time I got drunk. Dude. The times that Papa Skid, like back when I was in high school, I used to go to a lot of parties. I used to go to a lot of parties when I was in high school. I'm getting kind of close up to my mic, so the people in my house don't hear about some of this stuff. I used to go to a lot of parties and whatnot, and it ranges from everything to like passing out and waking up in strange places to that one time there was the golden showers incident. A story I'll tell because I'm getting sleepy and I think I could tell it pretty concisely without having to be fully awake and using all of my diction. There was one time I went to a party and there was a bunch of underage drinking going on, which is why we showed. Me and my buddies would like we would find out where the parties were, show up uninvited, and then drink everything and then leave. And one time we showed up to do that. It was someone's house, and their parents didn't know that they were having the party. Apparently, it was one of those "my parents are out of town" type deals. And we showed up. They had like cheap box wine and like really cheap beer, just cheap everything. It was nasty. The like wine they had was like a DuPont product. It was like a chemical rot gut. But anyway, we showed up and we were all drinking, having a hoot and hollering good time, real hoot nanny, you know, foot stomping good time, getting the boot scooting boogie on. And the cops showed up because there was a lot of underage drinking going on, which is something I was partaking in. And I was in the bathroom when the cops showed up. And they had this really tiny rectangular shaped windows. Most of you have probably seen these type of windows before. And I wasn't like I was lifting weights back then, so I was bigger than I am now. I'm a 6 foot tall dude, and at the time I probably weighed over 200 pounds. Like maybe, I wasn't at my biggest, probably like maybe 210, 215. I wasn't at like huge, strong skid size when I got to nearly 230. But I was a pretty big dude, and there was a little window, and I had the bright idea to like try and climb out the window and escape. And so I tried climbing out the window, and I got hung up halfway out on my belt. And I was like so like fixated on getting my belt unlatched from the windowsill that when I finally did, I fell face forward into some mud. Like landed on my back like a jet airliner that's just landed on its nose and then flipped on its back. And then just passed out right there. Straight up passed out in the cold mud behind these people's house. No one found me. It was pitch black. No one found me. There's like all this like bayou, like swamp, and like an alligator could have walked up and eaten me, and like no one would have known about it. I woke up the next morning completely cold, my entire back and my face covered in mud and dirt and just nastiness. I had to walk all the way back to my house from out in the middle of nowhere. Because I couldn't walk up to the door and be like, hey, you know that party that trashed your place last night when the cops got called? Yeah, I passed out in your backyard, you know, can I get a little, you know. I couldn't do it, I couldn't do that. So I walked all the way home covered in dirt and mud, and I looked like a Sasquatch. Like a skunk ape. Like I rose out of the peat bog. I regret this. I gotta do some fighting game combos for basic actions for keyboard. Get your controller, Larry. Stop being lazy. I'm not gonna tell about the golden showers incident because I feel like that's on like a really need to know basis, and you guys still need to know. Alright, so that's a party story. Like I could tell a trucking story. So I did like the trucking thing, right? I used to run routes with guys going up Route 95 from Miami to Philly, running all kinds of crap. And they always say like they make truck drivers out to be really heroic, like, you know, they're the last cowboys, you know, like, keep the country, they're the lubricant and the engine that is this country, you know, and they are. Like, they absolutely are. I wouldn't take that away, but they are not like, you know, a bunch of John Waynes running around. And there was golden showers. No, I'm not gonna talk about the gold. It was at a party. There were some kids that made some mistakes. I'm not gonna go into detail. Not tonight, anyway. Not tonight. Maybe another time, though, Luca. Anyways, and I remember there was this one dude that I was riding along with. And it was like this really sort of like crusty, probably like 50-year-old dude. He'd been driving for a long time, had a lot of miles under his belt. And I remember the first time I'd ever, and this is apparently something a lot of people did, but the first time I saw it, he said, "Look out the other window." And I said, "Why?" He said, "Just do it." I said, "Okay." And so I looked away and I heard something that I can only describe as like a wet towel being forced into a water bottle or something. And I still didn't look though, because I was afraid of what he was doing. And I heard him roll his window down. I looked over, and this man had taken a shit in his coffee mug and flung it out his driver's side window. and acted like absolutely nothing happened. Just took a dump right in his coffee mug and flung it out the driver's side. Apparently that's pretty common among it was the first time I'd ever seen. I think the first and only time I ever saw it. I don't recall anyone else ever doing anything like that. Any more stories of like, oh, when I lived out of the country, when I lived in Canada for a little while? So, when I lived in Canada, people in Quebec are really like, they really don't like English speakers very much. They don't like English speakers at all. And I got really good at speaking French. Like, I've pretty much forgotten it all now. Like, it's been lost time. If you don't keep up speaking a language regularly, you will start to forget it. You start losing it. But at the time, I spoke fairly decent French. You know, it was pretty alright. I could pass, because I don't really have that strong of an American accent. And so, I could switch over to the French really easy, and, you know, even when I spoke English, it really didn't sound very American. It's pretty neutral. I remember sometimes, like, whenever I was at, like, a really, like, heavily French-Canadian set, like, they were having, like, one of their festivals or something, and we'd be in a restaurant and I'd fuck up. I wouldn't say merci, I would say, like, thank you. And everyone was just like if you ever see movies, like, where there's a human being living amongst monsters and they accidentally say, like, they say or do something, and all the monsters, like, immediately look over at them like they're about to rip them apart. It was like that. You would get, like, these looks. It's crazy. Let me look through here. Shows up uninvited, drinks all their booze, leaves without explanation. Yeah, me and my buddies. What a fucking lad, just dodged the cops like a champ by taking a fat nap in the mud and then sauntered home. You ever play Mordha? I've played Chivalry. Quebec's awful, signed the Canadian. I know I lived there. Wee wee hun hun. Yeah. But yeah, I remember there was this other strange thing I noticed. Whenever I was living in Montreal, or at least outside it, in Mirabel, I noticed that most Canadians are not as tall as Americans, at least not in, like, the city of Montreal. It was very rare that I saw anyone as tall as me, and when I did, they were typically an American. They weren't usually Canadian. Very rare that I saw a super tall Canadian in that city. And, there was this one time I was on the subway. They call it the metro, you know, but it's a subway. I like to call those the rolling restrooms. Montreal's like the only city I think I know of where you can get, like, robbed by a small French man in a striped shirt with nothing more than a blackjack and a jar of Vaseline. You know, they're weird. I was on one of them, and this wasn't one of the rolling restrooms. This is one of, like, the actual nice metro cars. And I was standing in the middle of the aisle talking to my girlfriend at the time. That's the reason I moved up there. And this dude walked up behind me, and it was actually someone taller than me, which was a really strange experience. I'm only 6 foot tall, I'm not that big, but in Canada I'm apparently a giant, at least in that city. And the guy walks up behind me, and it's this really, really big, brolic black guy. He looks like Bobby Lashley. I mean, he looks tough. Like, it's a scary look. He's taller than me, muscle bound. I'm a pretty big dude too. But this guy is just so much bigger than me. And he's, like, right behind me, like, looming like a shadow. And I turn around, I look him right in the eyes, and he says to me in the most, like... Because French is an effeminate language, in the most effeminate way possible, you know, excusez-moi, you know. And it took everything I had not to laugh in his face. Because I was not expecting that voice to come out of this massive hulk of a man. Like, if you've seen the video of the guy spraying, like, the soap, like the shampoo on the weightlifter, and he doesn't understand why the suds will not go away. It was like that. It was like that guy. This huge dude. And, I remember that was a really out-of-body experience that I had. Requise. Yeah. That was Tyrone. Requise. Whatever you want to call him. Tyrell. Is Skid the guy that got the golden shot from the rocker chick on stage? Thoughts on Elden Ring waifu? Who is Elden Ring waifu? You talking about like the next version of the Emerald Herald with the fucked up eye, or are you talking about like her snowbound sister with the really big hat? Or are you talking about the doll lady? Because people simp over all of them. I should be more worried about the dragon boss, seeing how my track record with Dark Souls dragons is not good. Ever since Calamite dry humped me to death in Ash Lake, I've not been the same. I've not been right. Actual Bobby Lashley has that voice too. It's kind of like Brock Lesnar. I used to actually watch WWE Monday Night Raw when Brock Lesnar first returned and he beat the crap out of John Cena when he was wearing his green shirts. I remember him coming out being this big scary guy with this really scary, you know the music, it had like that really scary sound that would come on. You know, the metal music and all this stuff. And I remember he came out and and then he screamed, and it just completely ruined it for me. Completely ruined it. Because it was this big scary guy screaming, and his scream sounded like a 13-year-old pretending to be a WWE wrestler. It was so... it was so bad. Oh. So I think Brock's also got that problem. I can now power stance my axes, I'm excited. We all know Big Hat Woman's the best. Big hats are always a plus. I want to lick hey eye. Rock's voice still sounds like a teenager. It's so weird. Well, at least they don't sound like me, right? I guess if I had to go with the Elden Ring, like between those three, I'd go with the big hat lady just because she has a big hat. I like big hats. Last Monday there was a Lashley v Lesnar promo in the ring and I was dying. If you can find it on YouTube, send it to me. I'd like to hear a couple of like actual Goliaths with prepubescent voices yelling at one another. That'd be funny. If any of you are just tuning into the stream, by the way, I apologize. I'm really sleepy and I was planning on probably like closing the stream off, but then I started talking about stuff. I mentioned a little personal information about myself, that I was 23 and the chat lit up. So, I'm continuing on until it calms down again. One sec, I'll send on Discord. Alright. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. I hope I didn't piss off the Heide Knight. I can hear heavy breathing. It's like an actual Dark Souls player is trying to chase me. That was quick. They're gonna get these power stance battle axe work. Oh look, it's you. You fucking vein muscle, man. Man, I would chop your head off if only I could do so. I gotta admit, that's a good muscle, man. Oh no, bro. You know who else makes really stupid Dark Souls 2 cosplays? My mom! Oh, he's pissed off all of the enemies. Every one of them is angry. Oh, why me? I didn't do anything. I was just sitting over here looking all cute. I wasn't bothering anyone. You know who else? It's Skidonic. My mom! The honeycomb scepter. Nothing to it. Unfortunately, I gotta dip. I'll see, Alan. You've been a real trooper. You've been here all night. I can't complain. Cannot complain. Outplayed, outgamed, outskilled. Rest easily, Trout. You gotta get me on call. Hold on. The, so this is where, if any of you haven't been watching, I have like a TV right in front of me because I can't stream on my new monitor because it's too crazy for my PC to handle. So I gotta reach over. I hope everyone heard my, like, bones shatter. Okay, here we go. There's Midge. He sweated the shit out, apparently.
You know who else plays Dark Souls 2? My mom!
Are you like trying to be quiet because your family's asleep or something?
Yes.
But it sounds like the Muscle Man impression's been nerfed.
It is, because my family's fucking asleep.
This guy give him an oh no, bro.
Oh no, bro.
Usually he does a really solid Muscle Man. I'm a little disappointed. Oh.
Also, long ass fucking shift.
I just imagine your fucking parents trying to sleep. They hear fucking from another room. You know who else gets killed by invaders? My mom. That's the only part that they hear, though. They don't hear like the build up to it. They just wake up like in a daze and you're my mom across the
My mom.
from across the fucking house. I'd be infuriated.
This is why I'm about to get kicked out.
So why my parents are kicking me out of my house? Because the funny Dark Souls man had me do my Muscle Man impression at 3 AM.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this character. I'm probably just gonna go get the Champions Ring. That's kind of the plan for it.
Great. Muscle Man's that fat goober from the regular show, right? You couldn't have, like, worded that any more like an old man, Aaron. Well, Muscle Man's that fat goober from the regular show, right? Yeah, I've been watching that on the TV way back. Well, it was a good program, it was, yeah. Yeah,
Back on my box TV.
Yeah, what was the guy's name? It was Mordecai and Reginald, right? Uh-oh. Miss me. I will not get sexed by the dragon this time.
Rasmodius.
You like it?
I do.
You know I always got the best Souls character names.
Gungadin. Rasmodius.
Kordagoth, Gortaglaboth, Vordavog of the Sweat Synagogue, PP the Bold, Dorito Hentai Senpai, Chuggernaut, Yurkin Gurkin.
Dorito Hentai Senpai. That's gotta be the worst thing I've heard all night.
That's me.
And I had some dude look me in the eyes today. I ordered him apart and I was like, alright, it's gonna be in Friday. He's like, alright, so like tomorrow? I just look him in the eyes and say, it's Wednesday. And then he fucking runs out of the store.
Not gonna lie, I'm really looking forward to Elden Ring next month. I already started replaying the series, starting with 1, because I haven't beaten that one in a while. Yeah, I'm looking forward to making some more stupid videos for you guys. It's been refreshing playing Dark Souls 2 instead of 3. I don't really miss making videos for 3. I would so much rather make Dark Souls 2 PvP videos. Just because it's something fresh. But look at that chat, it's me.
It's literally the real Skidonic.
It's me, Skidonic. Renowned Dark Souls PvPer and critical sound alike.
And you are dead.
And he's dead. And he didn't even kill the dragon outside. He was afraid it would crawl inside his ass, like Calamite did.
Goodbye.
Not yet.
I've killed him.
Your old man voice is so good. Thank you, Carlson. Last person I heard say goober is 50. I mean, I say goober too, but typically it's like someone's been goobered. Or if it's like a term of endearment, someone's a silly goober, but that's more rare. It could also be like my penis if I'm talking about my goober. It's all about the context clues.
The whole ass cock and ball.
Aaron fell in that sorts, the rest of us who were older didn't have to. Lucas said, aw. We're talking the bot's pretty sick, how I remember that one. You're welcome, fellow old farts. Try to think what weapon style I want to start with in Elden Ring. I know I want to use a twin blade. That's my first target, using a twin blade.
Oh, I already know what I'm using.
Your fists.
That's right.
3 honestly feels really flat to me, but I think it just has least flexibility in starting paths. Making multiple builds just feels really boring. It's because Dark Souls 3 gets funneled down into the exact same thing, everything's too balanced.
Yep.
Everything falls to almost the exact same play. You play almost every single build nearly the exact same way. Every fight turns out nearly the exact same no matter what the other two people are running. It's really fucking samey. Dark Souls 2's not that way, DS1's not that way, fucking Bloodborne's not that way. If people really want like a sort of stale, super balanced and safe, guaranteed, really easy to figure out PvP system, DS3's the way to go. But if you want something that's more in-depth and fucking nuts that you really plays out different every time, the other Souls games are way better options. For instance, Bloodborne, you can invade someone, it'd be a gank squad, and you get shot to death. You get shot to death trying to dodge, heal, or do literally anything, get parried instantly. You can play DS2, where it's either you have the one-shot build that fucks someone, or you're getting fucked by the one-shot build. And then Dark Souls 1, you probably already have a dumb one-shot build and you're trying to out-cheese another cheese build.
That's right.
That's really what 1 and 2 are people trying to out-cheese one another with their builds, and then Bloodborne's just, who can get a lucky parry off and insta-kill the other.
Just seems hella lame.
I'm making a dedicated summoner build first, the roll catcher in their eye. Everything's too balanced, murky, pontiff, straight swords. Exactly, think about it, don't those all play out the exact same? Think about it. When you fight a pontiff knight curved sword versus someone using a straight sword, how do you change up how you fight? You don't, it's the exact same thing. They're gonna be trying to roll catch you, they're gonna be trying to get that first R1 to confirm the second. That's it. That's the whole fight, either way. And it's the same thing with the Murky. The only thing that changes with the Murky is the rolling R1. And it really doesn't change that much up. All those fights play out the exact same. And think about it, with Pontiff, and pretty much any, you said straight swords, but you could say like Gothard's Dark Lothric Knight. The Pontiff Knight curved sword plays out the exact same as the Followers or the Karthus, it's just it gets used more because it's just slightly better. And they all play the same. They all play the exact same. Faithless Frankie, I like it.
Damn, I really hate Dark Souls 3.
Dark Souls 3 has this really bad case of there being so many weapons that play out the exact same. Any single one that has just even a single attribute that outshines the others makes it just so heads and tails better than anything else, that there's really no reason to use anything else, like the Pontiff Knight. You could use the Karthus, or the Follower's Saber, but why would you, whenever the Pontiff Knight gets just as good of reach as the Karthus, but also has a really good and useful weapon art, when all the rest of them have a weapon art, but it's not quite as good. And probably like slightly worse damage on anything but maybe the Followers. Same thing with straight swords. You could use some of the regular straight swords, but why would you when Lothric or the Gothards exist with the best damage, best range, and they all play the same. And all the ultras in the game play the exact same way. There's no like unique reach or any kind of weapon art that changes them up. It's all trying to bait people into attacking you first, and the only opener that you have is a rolling R1. Anything that you fucking land, like with a weapon art, just has to be you being so much better than the other person or catching them trying to be flashy. It all plays the exact same way. All the casters in the game, they all use the exact same 3 spells, and sorceries and fucking pyromancies play the exact same way. Let me stand back here. Let me stand way back here with one of 2 spells. Invaded by the cyber police. I must stand back with my Chaos Fire Asteroid, or I will stand back with my Soul Spear. And nothing else. I am also going to have Fair and Flash Sword and Magic BB. And if I'm playing Pyromancer, I'm going to have, I'm gonna have, like, Combustion.
Hopefully, Elden Ring fixes that shit.
Elden
Makes
Ring-
everything fucking useful.
Elden Ring looks like it's gonna be nuts with how,
So I guess I need to pull up stream.
Ah, that took me so off. I was swallowing some spit, so I could start complaining about Dark Souls. Dark Souls 3 somewhere. Hold on, I gotta record that.
I'm pulling it up on stream.
Alt F10. Ing. Oh, chat. Chat, did you guys see that? I know they had to have. If you were tabbed out, I feel so bad for anyone that was tabbed out, I pity them. I'm just gonna upload that as a shitpost separate from everything else. The Ultimate Warrior, Dark Souls 2. I'm still choked up. That might be the fastest I've ever seen Oldstein get killed. God, I want to watch that back so bad. Did you see him? Wait for the flying, like, Jet Li kick. Like, there's no denying it. It was a good plan, and if it had worked, it would have been like the slickest PvP kill I'd ever seen. But out of the pack of 3 men running in a line like a couple of Sherpas going up fucking the Himalayas, he somehow missed all 3.
He's the god, don't you worry. Don't you worry about him.
Anyways. Alright, let me look at the chat. DS1's is This is really great to listen to while playing RuneScape. My man's still playing RuneScape. Lamau, he wanted to take a swim, I guess. It was so smooth. Cyber Police. That was one of the meets these kids talk about if I ever have seen one. What even happened to him? So basically what he was doing when he was using a weapon called the Bone Fist, which gives you the ability to use Kung Fu. He tried to do like a flying spin kick to throw either a host or a summon off the edge into the ocean. He completely fucked it. He missed it. He
None of the above.
He did none of the above. He picked like the hidden third choice and completely whiffed the attack and went for a swim in the Atlantic Ocean.
So there was the A, he was gonna kill a host. B, he was gonna kill a summon. Or C, suicide. And, well,
Yeah, can anyone help me out, Aldias? If I didn't think my PvP character was way above you in terms of soul memory, I probably would, but he's really crunked out. And I don't have Aldias on this character. RuneScape is fun. That it is. Well, he shooted his shot. I swear to God, if Luca tuned out already and didn't see that, Luca always misses like the best things on this stream. They always tune out just the worst time. Every time. I'm gonna like add them on Discord just for the express purpose of sending them clips of like right after they leave. Some like crazy shit, like some sort of out of this world wacky shenanigans occur every time.
you will receive furry porn in the DMs.
I Like, it's not, there's nothing I have not seen before. I mean, like, at this point, I just see if someone messages me and they're obviously, like, either heavily, like a weeb or a furry or something, I keep talking to them to see how the storyline goes. It's like that Astolfo cosplay account that added me on Ubisoft. I'm just interested in seeing how that anime arc ends.
So if you wake up in some fat 40-year-old man's basement, you already know what happened.
I'd be like, oh, well, I know what happened. Time to fucking eat my way out of this and start like chewing on the fucking concrete walls.
Like a real man.
I'd gas him out. The way he kicked with so much confidence. I saw it. Alright. Alright, Luke, I actually saw something for once. Very nice. What's your soul memory on your other character? Yeah, let's go take a look. We're done with Rasmodius tonight. Let me go pull up my PvP build for you. I will say this much, I can only invade in the DLC with this character. And sometimes Shrine of Yomama. In the Dragon area. That's about it. Basically anywhere it's late game. What's the soul level on this character? Rasmodius, it's really low. That's not the PvP. This is the PvP character. Let's take a little look. Right there it is. There's the PvP character's soul memory.
What is it like?
Take a look, pull your stream up.
Oh.
Oh.
I see.
That's a bit high. I don't think I'm getting help with all this. I named my DS one guy Squid Games. I hate it. Alright, so before we end the stream, this is a little look-see at what tomorrow's stream is gonna be. Someone suggested that I do this build. They called it the quote-unquote most, in quotations, broken, in quotations, Dark Souls 2 build. And basically what I do is I invaded people with Acid Surge, Corrosive Urns, and the Ivory King Ultra. Because the Ivory King Ultra does durability damage per hit. Acid Surge, of course, also does, and Corrosive Urn does. And so I just kind of went to people's worlds and broke all of their gear. It was sometimes really pitiful.
I've seen the sneak peek. It's horrible.
Yeah, so I guess that's a little look-see. Just a free little look-see at what's to come tomorrow. The most broken DS2 build, literally, because I break everyone's gear. There's nothing quite like throwing like a one corrosive urn at someone, then hitting them with a single hit off this greatsword and hearing their third dragon ring break on the first hit. It actually works, yeah. Because most of the time, if people are running the level, they'll be backstabbing an enemy and I cast Acid Surge and a Corrosive Urn on them and I sprint through it and hit them with this. And that's already a third dragon ring broken. Sometimes, and if I land that hit, sometimes I can see their armor go and I'm like or their weapon will break and they'll try to hit me and I see it tickle me for like 10 damage. It's pretty odd. And the thing is too is I don't need to break their stuff because I'm using the Ivory King Ultra Greatsword. I two-shot Havel monsters with this thing. It's such a stupid weapon. So, yeah. I have Blue Acolyte, I know. I think I mentioned it in the video, I know everyone and their brother and their cousin and their mother has told me about Blue Acolyte, I know. I thank you. You're a bunch of sweethearts trying to tell old Papa Skid, the 23-year-old man. You know, the old gamer. That a new crazy mods come out for his Dark Souls game. You're so devilish. I am a douchebag. You're right. But on that last run through of watching fucking Jet Li miss his spin kick off into the ocean and revealing that I am actually the most toxic DS2 player on the planet, I think I'm gonna end the stream there. It's been a bop and a half. It's been a real hoot and a holler. I'll be back tomorrow with the DS2 video using this build right here, and we'll be streaming Bloodborne. It's Bloodborne, Bloodborne Thursday tomorrow. So, yeah. Look forward to all of that. And go watch the new Centurion video I posted today. And go watch the new Dark Souls 2 video from the day before that. Tons of skid contosh up. So, yeah, that's it for the stream. I hope all of you have enjoyed it. Big smooches.
You disordered tonight.
Penis.
Come alive.
My penis is in close proximity to the mic. How do you feel?
Makes me feel fear.
That's good. Alright. Oh, ew, you're fucking weeb icon. Ew.